Meg Digital AI news you can use. Elon Musk wants to merge humans with AI. How many brains will be damaged along the way? Hello AI enthusiast, welcome back to Meg Digital AI. Join the ride, fellow hitchhiker. Flash that thumb with a like, and subscribe to never miss a stop. Of all Elon Musk's exploits, the Tesla cars, the SpaceX rockets, the Twitter takeover, the plans to colonize Mars, his secretive brain chip company Neuralink may be the most dangerous. What is Neuralink for? In the short term, it's for helping people with paralysis. Launched in 2016, the company revealed in 2019 that it had created flexible threads that can be implanted into a brain, along with a sewing machine-like robot to do the implanting. So far, Neuralink has only done testing on animals. Now, it's recruiting paralyzed volunteers to study whether the implant enables them to control external devices. That ambition, in Musk's own words, is to achieve a symbiosis with artificial intelligence. Former Neuralink employees as well as experts in the field alleged that the company pushed for an unnecessarily invasive, potentially dangerous approach to the implants that can damage the brain, and apparently has done so in animal test subjects, to advance Musk's goal of merging with AI. Why Elon Musk wants to merge human brains with AI. In March, many of them, including Musk, signed an open letter calling for a 6-month pause on developing AI systems more powerful than OpenAI's GPT-4. Plus, the closer you can get to those neurons, the higher quality your data will be. There are other ways to make a brain-computer interface. Why is Neuralink choosing the most extreme one? The goal of Neuralink is to go for more electrodes, more bandwidth, Watanabe said, so that this interface can do way more than what other technologies can do. After all, Musk has suggested that a seamless merge with machines could enable us to do everything from enhancing our memory to uploading our minds and living forever, staples of Silicon Valley's transhumanist fantasies. To create a general-purpose technology, you need to create a seamless interface between humans and computers, enabling enhanced cognitive and sensory abilities. Achieving this vision may indeed require more invasive methods to achieve higher bandwidth and precision. The intravascular approach didn't seem like it could deliver as much bandwidth as the invasive approach. Staying in the blood vessels may be safer, but the downside is that you don't have access to as many neurons. And that's unnecessary if your goal is helping paralyzed patients. One of our guiding philosophies is that building a high-fidelity brain-computer interface system can be accomplished without damaging the brain. To prove that you don't need Muskian invasiveness to achieve high bandwidth, Precision has designed a thin film that coats the surface of the brain with 1024 electrodes, the same number of electrodes in Neuralink's implant, that deliver signals similar to Neuralink's. But Musk, we know, has other ambitions. What Neuralink doesn't seem to be very interested in is that while a more invasive approach might offer advantages in terms of bandwidth, it raises greater ethical and safety concerns, says Ionka. At least, I haven't heard any public statement in which they indicate how they intend to address the greater privacy, safety, and mental integrity risks generated by their approach. More invasive methods, by their nature, can do real damage to the brain, as Neuralink's experiments on animals have shown. Ethical concerns about Neuralink, as illustrated by its animals. Some Neuralink employees have come forward to speak on behalf of the pigs and monkeys used in the company's experiments, saying they suffered and died at higher rates than necessary because the company was rushing and botching surgeries. One example of a grisly error: in 2021, Neuralink implanted 25 out of 60 pigs with devices that were the wrong size. Afterward, the company killed all the affected pigs. Staff told Reuters that the mistake could have been averted if they'd had more time to prepare. In one monkey, a bit of the device broke off during implantation in the brain. Another monkey developed bleeding in her brain, with the implant leaving parts of her cortex tattered. As such, the public should continue to be skeptical of the safety and functionality of any device produced by Neuralink. Nevertheless, the FDA has cleared the company to begin human trials. The company has provided sufficient information to support the approval of its IDE, Investigational Device Exemption, application to begin human trials under the criteria and requirements of the IDE approval, the FDA said in a statement to Vox, adding, the agency's focus for determining approval of an IDE based on assessing the safety profile for potential subjects, ensuring risks are appropriately minimized and communicated to subjects, and ensuring the potential for benefit, including the value of the knowledge to be gained, outweighs the risk. What if Neuralink's approach works too well? Beyond what the surgeries will mean for the individuals who get recruited for Neuralink's trials, there are ethical concerns about what BCI technology means for society more broadly. Some neuroethicists argue that the potential for misuse is so great that we need revamped human rights laws to protect us before we move forward. For one thing, our brains are the final privacy frontier. They're the seat of our personal identity, and our most intimate thoughts. If those precious 3 pounds of goo in our craniums aren't ours to control, what is? In China, the government is already mining data from some workers' brains by having them wear caps that scan their brain waves for emotional states. In the US, the military is looking into neurotechnologies to make soldiers more fit for duty, more alert, for instance. And some police departments around the world have been exploring brain fingerprinting technology, which analyzes automatic responses that occur in our brains when we encounter stimuli we recognize. The idea is that this could enable police to interrogate a suspect's brain. Their brain responses would be more negative for faces or phrases they don't recognize than for faces or phrases they do recognize. Imagine a scenario where your government uses BCIs for surveillance or interrogations. The right to not self-incriminate, enshrined in the US Constitution, could become meaningless in a world where the authorities are empowered to eavesdrop on your mental state without your consent. Experts also worry that devices like those being built by Neuralink may be vulnerable to hacking. What happens if you're using one of them and a malicious actor intercepts the Bluetooth connection, changing the signals that go to your brain to make you more depressed, say, or more compliant? Neuroethicists refer to that as brainjacking. This is still hypothetical, but the possibility has been demonstrated in proof-of-concept studies, Ionka told me in 2019. A hack like this wouldn't require that much technological sophistication. In one study, an epileptic woman who'd been given a BCI came to feel such a radical symbiosis with it that, she said, it became me. Then the company that implanted the device in her brain went bankrupt and she was forced to have it removed. She cried, saying, "I lost myself." Well, that's all, folks. So what do you think? Please leave your comments below. Thank you for watching Meg Digital A. Until next time, happy living. Visit megdigital.com.